Hey y'all, it's Melissa. Welcome to Messy Missy Creates. I am back in my journal. I'm gonna do the 21st and 22nd maybe. This was my Easter page. We did this one last. I just stuck this in the pocket, and then my niece had brought us, given me this. It's a little pocket hug, and I stuck it in that pocket. And that was also the 20th. And I didn't quite finish the 19th. If I have a chance, I'll go back and do that. I did do some stuff towards it, like I matted that picture. And anyway, we'll go over that in a minute. So let's turn the page and let's do the 21st. Not much happened on the 21st because I was exhausted from the Friday, Saturday, Sunday festivities. And you know what? I don't have a pair of scissors. Okay. Well, I guess I will use these. Oh, no, wait. I have these. Well, I'll just use these. These are my fabric scissors. Shh, don't tell anybody. Monday morning, woke up eventful. I live on a street that is not the main street, literally the main drag through town, but it runs parallel to the main street through town. So a lot of people take this road as a bypass. Oh, I'm feeling so guilty about using these scissors. It just doesn't feel right in my bones. Okay, I can't do it. I have way in the back, I have my Tim Holtz scissors. Okay. I have my other scissors out at the kitchen table because I have been making fuffles. I've been making ruffles. Now, I'm not a sewer, so some of them look a little whatever, but the more I did, the better they got. And I did so many different colors because I'm getting ready to do a tag video. And I wanted some tag toppers and some page trim, you know, because there's a certain somebody who has a challenge, a monthly challenge that this month is trim or ribbon. So anyway, that's Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. So if you didn't already know that. But anyway, so we wake up. I no sooner, I didn't even get the first sip of my coffee, and we hear boom. And I was like, oh, that didn't sound good. So I went and looked out the front door, and there is a car upside down in our driveway. Literally in our driveway. And so he took out right here. What you can't see is a row of huge azaleas, like two sections of them. I mean, they must be like 14 feet tall, and they're out of control. They needed trimming, but not quite like this. He took out like 2 to 3 feet of that row of bushes, and then there's like a little culvert right here. And in between, he missed the mailbox, but in between the bushes and the thing, he hit that and then flipped. I don't know how many times he flipped, but he landed on his head, on the top of the car. And I say anyway. So we go running out there, and there was another guy that had stopped and another woman that had stopped. And I'm going to cut as we're talking, or as we're talking. I'm the one doing the talking. He took out a sign. He took out, it was like barely 6 o'clock in the morning. So it was daylight, but it wasn't... For me, it wasn't sociable daylight. You know what I'm saying? There's daylight and then there's daylight. Well, before coffee, nothing sociable. But he took out that sign. And then the guy that had stopped said that he passed him. There's a curb right here. Not a curb, a curve right here. I don't know if he said he tried to pass him going around that curve and lost control, or what, but he said he tried to pass him doing about 100 miles an hour. Well, he did pass him. He didn't try to pass him. He did pass him. And then ended up in our ditch. If he had not hit and flipped, he would have probably taken out, it ended up right smack in the middle of our yard, or probably hit our house or the neighbor's house. If this row of bushes, see how it used to come out to here, and it's up, he just ran parallel all the way down that row of bushes. Well, there's another house right here, and their truck was parked just on the other side of these bushes. So if he hadn't have done that, and there's 2 poles, there's old fence posts that were there. I didn't even know they were there. They were so covered by bushes. But anyway, so that's what we woke up to Monday morning after Easter. And then, what else do I have? So that was, we started off, you know, that was the excitement of the day. And I say that loosely because the man crawled out of the car and walked away. And we were trying to tell him, man, sir, you can't just leave. You can't just leave. Yeah, I gotta go. He was a little disoriented, but we couldn't physically stop him. The other lady tried to stop him. Anyway, eventually the ambulance came, and then there was nobody to be found, so they left. The fire department came. Nothing was on fire, so they left. I'm like, this car is sitting here, and nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody checked. I mean, we looked up in the windows the best we could, but I mean, there still could have been somebody stuck. But the EMTs did shine their flashlight up into the car and felt pretty confident there wasn't anybody else stuck in there. So they left, and eventually the highway patrol came, and she stayed and kind of was, because all the debris was in the road, and it was starting to get busy because people start passing by, going to work, and we have 3 elementary schools right behind us, like within a mile of us. And so there's a lot of traffic that comes through that area for that. And anyway, what else did I do this day? I don't know, probably not a whole lot. I was tired. Oh, I said clean craft room. I didn't clean the craft room. I organized the papers. I had another crate full of papers and 1 box that I had not gone through of my sister's, that I had gotten from my sisters, that I still had not gone through, is what I'm trying to say. And somewhere in here is that little die cut that I got from, I'm going to need those for the next day. Somewhere in here is the die cut. That's for a previous day. Come on. Remember these? I got, I kept the one out that had the little paper. The 3 little sheets of scrapbook paper. Now, I could cut 3 little sheets of scrapbook paper and put on there, but that was so much cuter. And I knew I had it in here, so I wasn't even worried about looking for it. Now I can't find it. But I had saved it aside. Oh, here's some more of those small note things. Well, I don't think it's this far down. Yeah, that might have been a good one for today. Or this day. Nope. Okay. Apparently not going to find it. But that's okay. How do I depict that I went through scrapbook paper? I organized my scrapbook paper. Without that, I was banking on that little thing. I had this one together, and I had them sitting right up here, and I put them all in this little basket, I thought. Unless I put them in this basket, which I did not think that I did. I can probably use that or that. Oh, I need that one for tax day. Actually, I did my taxes earlier than tax day. Okay, so yeah, well, great. I saved them out and I cannot find them. Where did I put those? I put them strategically somewhere. Right here. And maybe I didn't keep it out. But here it is, right here. So I thought I had kept it out with the other stuff. So isn't that adorable? That's that Doodlebug, the ephemera pack. So I don't want to make fancy flips and whatnot. Just to you know, just to say that, I mean, because I really did not do that much. I did go through those paper packs. I went through some other, I put together a little 12 by 12 stackable shelf for paper that I had gotten for my birthday that I still hadn't taken out of the box yet. And yeah, I was exhausted. I didn't do much outside because we had done, I had gardened all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then we had Easter Sunday, and then I was exhausted. So the last thing I wanted to see was the garden. Now, I did go out there and water it and whatever and feed the chickens that morning. But as far as going out there and plant and do anything with plants or anything, I did not. So this was a wind me up kind of day. So, I need trim. Well, I kind of already have trim because it's left over from this side right here, but that might be cheating. I don't know. Do we think that's cheating? It depends, because I'm really tired right now too. Okay, so maybe I don't use that. I use this instead. I love this paper. This was the half of the windshield that was up in these bushes. The guy, the wrecker, came and flipped it back over, got it loaded on the thing, and he picked up, I mean, you can see all the bits of stuff, and it still, the end of our driveway still looks horrible. He picked up that bumper, but there was another piece of bumper in the bushes. There was half of the glass. All right here on the gravel driveway is a pile of glass. There's a pile of glass over here in the grass. And I'm only saying that because I'm assuming that the guy was okay because he walked away. Otherwise, I would not be so annoyed with, or annoyed sounding. Because it scared the dickens out of me. Yeah, that was kind of almost a daylights in the dickens, you know what I mean? But, you know, dude, the car was probably stolen. That was what we kind of figured. It looked to be a female's car. Based on some of the things that fell out. What else? Anyway, so that got our blood pumping that morning. Now, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do, I'm gonna need something to write on, so whether it be a note card. Let me do all those. I might do all those on one flip. And then do something cute over here. Get up there, chicken. And then just kind of, write a to-do list, right? But I was happy with what I got done. I got it all sorted seasonally. Now, I could take this and put this over here and use that as trim. But do I want it sideways like that? I don't know. What do you think? 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 What do you think I could do that and hang it up. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. To me, something that hangs off the edge of a page should be considered trim. Or that edges a page. I mean, yeah, you can use ribbon and whatever, but... Oh, look what I did. I put all of these on a piece of paper. If you missed that video, go back and watch it. I made all of these little altered paper clips with fun ribbon and buttons and all the little things. And that could be trim. Oh, I want to come back and I want to use this one on Easter. I need a thicker piece of paper or like cardboard, but that was just the first thing that I grabbed. So I want to come back and put this like right here. So that shows that was Easter. Or do we want to do it on this page right here? Because then both sides are on the Easter. Okay. Cute, huh? See, now that's going to stick out of our... Isn't that fun? Now, you can cut those down if you don't want them that long, but I like them. So, if you haven't watched that video, go... It's the last video that I posted. It's called Altered Paper Clips. Let's see. And I have paper. This matches to do a little flip out if I want to. Don't want to do it off this side. I mean, it matches both because it came from the same set. But I think I want... Let me see if I want this over here. Let me just check, because I was thinking I wanted it over here. But I may have changed my mind. I don't think it really matters. And I don't have to have all these pictures. That's, you know, the main pictures are that one and that one. These were just extra pictures that I took. And they did give us the police report. I guess if we had damage that, you know, property damage or whatever. So, they did that. This would make a good flip. A good tip in on either side. And this just looked really busy with this paper. Of course, I could have done it. Oh, I can't do that with that ribbon right there. I'm going to have to do it on this side. Okay, so I can do that right there. I know that the bunnies are sideways. Is that going to bother anybody? Is it going to bother anybody if the bunnies are sideways? Because then what I can do is I can put... Well, most of the bunnies are going to be covered up because we're going to put this and this. And then we'll put these on the other side. Like that. And then I'll have a place for... Well, I could put all of this on one page, to be honest with you. Okay, let's get that flipped in. Let's quit talking about it. Let's just do it. So, let me mark. Because this seems to be the best way for me to do this. Is just to mark where I want to cut it. And go ahead and get the paper cutter out. Because then it's going to be at least halfway straight. And then we have this cute little square piece. Oh, don't fall. Yeah, and I had other paper too, but I'm not digging. I'm just... Should I do it this way, or is that way too busy? It's pretty busy with this, isn't it? Yeah. That's what I thought. It would have kept the bunnies from being upside down, but... Okay, so seeing as how we use bunny paper, we're still allowed to use bunny washi. I'm going to scoot it in. What is the next? Oh, you know what? It might not matter. I'm going to scoot it all the way to the edge of the page. And then I'm going to do a little bit of clear tape here and here. And I'm not doing it straight, apparently. And here. And then I'm going to fold it under. Not straight either. Are we on the... Yep. We're right on the edge. Okay. There we go. Okay, so it's on there secure. I could add... It's a little buckled, but I'm going to add one piece to the inside like that, just to give it a little bit more stability. And then we're going to pick out some washi. Now, I'm inclined to use these peeps because well, just because they're peeps. And these are peeps. Or I wish it was a little thicker though. So what do I have that's thicker? That's Easter. I have not used yet. I have these pink Easter eggs. That would be fine. I don't think I have another Easter one that's thick like that. Other than, that's not Easter. Okay, let's use this one then. Because it'll match. It's got the light pink. Let me turn. And, nope, I missed it. Missed it by hair. I think I've already used that joke this month. Okay, so then we're going to fold this over. And then we'll see a little bit of it on the other side. But it won't matter. See, it'll just look like that on the other side. And that's fine. So, now what? Well, I could, if I don't want, I liked what I had going on over here that I keep messing up. Yeah, I like this. Because that kind of covers up that ribbon right there. I also need to decide what I'm going to do. Oh, I have an idea. I hate to cover all these bunnies up with, you know, beat up car pictures. But if I put those two there, I know I just knocked them off. It's not a big deal. And then, oh, I need washi here. Now, I can use the peeps here. There's no green on that page, but it's all right. I love my peeps. Love my peeps. Okay, so that one, and that one. I don't, like that one, I don't have to use that one. So I might just use this and this. Or do I have another writing spot that I want to use? I am looking. I don't need a pocket. I have these fun little labels that I believe that was Hope. I think you sent me that in the Happy Mail. I have it with your Happy Mail. I have a tag with a bunny on it. I have these two. That doesn't allow for much writing space. I don't like that with the different color eggs. This one at least does okay. And I could flip it up. Oh man, look at that. I was going to say I could write on the front and the back. and then I can write here. There's not that much else to write about. I think, and I covered up my notes. Yeah, I sorted the papers. I did get all of those papers in. Let me start gluing some stuff down. I went through every sheet of paper and kind of put them together. Like if there was a theme, like a seasonal theme, they went in with my seasonal stuff. Because I have all that separated. And so, so I did separate that like that. And then glue. See, I cleaned everything off my desk to do that paperclip video, and I can't find anything. Okay, so I'm going to glue this to-do list down first. Do I want the blue? No, it's got pink in it. I like this one. Yeah, I pretty much stayed inside and decided that it was just a good day to do some craft stuff. I'm going to put it up just a little bit. See, I didn't say a hair again. I don't want to overuse it. Okay. And then, ooh, she's got gobbledygook on her feet. I wonder down here, she'll cover up those little flowers, but no, I want the paper right about here. So almost, no. It'll almost look like she's standing on the paper. A little bit. And then I got glue everywhere. Okay. And then I'm going to put that right there. I'm so proud of myself for using those. That's hard because, well, it's easier now that I know I have 2 packets. But I'm going to glue that down with our glitter glue. So if I get, if I put this here, I do have, I think in this, one of the little baskets I just had a little piece of, yeah, right here. It's just a little scrap of that grid paper. So I could write, you know, I could add that to there and use that to write on. So I think I'll do that. And then I can border it with marker or something so it doesn't look so boring. That's why I do the journaling cards, because just putting the paper on there like that is kind of like, yeah, you know. That actually is laying down this way. That picture should have been the other way. Like this. Because there's my husband walking right there. Yeah, it was laying on its side and it's bent. How he walked away from that, I do not know. I mean, adrenaline maybe. No, that got all dirty right there and smudged. Yeah, adrenaline, I guess, or if he was drunk, or I have no idea. He sounded disoriented, but I mean, that could have been from a head injury. I mean, they did go look for him. I just don't know if they found him. We told him which direction he was going, and, you know, we don't have any way. They didn't follow up with us, you know, as far as if they found him or anything. So I hope that if he did have some injuries, that they found him and treated him. But you don't do 100 miles an hour or anywhere close to that down the street with that curb in your right mind. So I will say that. So I it's hard to imagine somebody being drunk at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I don't know. Unless he was having some other kind of medical emergency or whatever. But, not my place to judge, but I definitely, it scared us to death. So, put these up here. Oh. And I think I might have started, I can't remember if this is the day that I started making some of the ruffles, or if I did all that. Now, I made a bunch today. Today is Friday. That's not cut even. And it's got glue on it. Yeah. Yuck. I'm going to put this down here, and just in case I end up using like one of those cute little labels or something that I'd already misplaced. Well, how did I do that fast? That took talent. Yes, sirree, Bob, that took talent. Okay, so I guess I won't use that. I think I want, I already glued that in. Okay, so I can put the cap back on here. I need trim. I think I want it here. Now, we're going to cheat a little bit. I didn't do anything that was real Eastery. Well, I mean, this is actually the day past Easter, so it's not, that one's too big. I had a feeling I did some of them too thick. I mean, you always cut them down, but that one might work. But just as like a tab. Does that count as trim? Or, because we know I have plenty of ribbon, and it's still close enough to Easter, then I could do this right here. And I think I might, just for the mere fact that I can. Or I have the eggs. I think I have a loose piece of an egg ribbon that Hope gave me. I know I've used a piece of it. I have this turquoise one that she gave me that doesn't match. Let's see if this is big enough. No, see, I've already cut off of it. I think it's the same ribbon. But I knew I had already cut a piece off of that. So I'm gonna put that down in my ribbon pile. Oh, this one's not even open yet. But I think I'm gonna use it. I don't, I'm not sure I like my ruffles, y'all. And I spent the better part of the day making those. Yesterday and today. I started them yesterday. Yesterday being Thursday. Okay. I'm going to glue it like half on. And that way it doesn't, let's see. Stay. Okay, move around a whole bunch. There. Still like my little bunny butts. But the bunny butts are right there. So, I'm just going to run a bead of, I'm going to try art glitter glue. I'm going to see if that will hold that. And I'm only going to put it halfway on so that it'll kind of act like a tab. Almost. Not really. Okay, it appears to be holding. Okay. Yeah, and then you can see it from the other side too. Oh, I think this was the front. Oops. Oh well. Cause see the outline? The kind of shimmery outline? I did it upside down. That's okay. That's par for the course. Okay, let me glue this piece down while I have the art glitter glue out. I love this piece right here. And I can't believe I'm actually using it and not hoarding it. Aren't you proud of me? I'm so proud. I don't know what that was. So proud, so proud. All right, bunnies. We'll go back in the ribbon box. So we have our trim. The item of the month. Or ribbon or trim. That's ribbon and trim. I could have put the ribbon anywhere, actually. So I think I'm going to put... I might put this here. Because I like for it to show... Come on, little chicken. I just bent you. I like for it to show when the page is... When you just open the page. I don't want to have to open a flap to see where the date is. Does that make sense? Let's see, where do we want this? Like right here. So that's going to give us something in between those two pictures, so it won't look too bad. Okay, that's how I keep getting glue globs everywhere. Where do I want to? Right there, maybe? Hope it'll stick on that. Hope it'll stick on that ribbon. Well, I think I got glue on everything but the underside of the chicken. Isn't that how that goes? Okay, let me pin my glitter glue. And let's see what we're going to do with this page. I don't have a lot of writing room. I mean, I have this, and I have this little bit right here. And then if I still could add a label to that, but then we're going to lose all the bunnies, and I want to at least be able to see one or two of the bunnies. So I can add this journaling spot to this page right here. I can add it to the bottom or the top. And I can tip it in. I would like to back that with something. How long have we been going? Way too long for one page. That's how long. Do we care what the paper looks like? That's the first issue. Hold on, I'm digging. And if I don't fall off my stool, I'm looking for... Ooh, I found that punch. That tagging gun that I was talking about putting that tag on. Easter. Oh, you know what? I forgot that I had these. Be happy, dream, sing, laugh. I could put one of those on there. That top one looks pretty rough. I don't want to cover up the whole page though. It wasn't a laugh kind of day. Be happy is a little bit too big. I need to put these out where I'm going to use them, see them. What I'm really looking is just to cover this. So, here's some composition paper. It feels like more than one page. Yes, it is. Is it glued together? I don't know. Boy, I'm all over the place. I mean, physically all over the place. Okay, let me move this so I don't get glue on my book when I'm doing this. I want to, yeah, I want to put glue all on that. I'm going to tip it in. I'm not going to glue. I mean, I could just glue it in and be done with it. But if I tip it in, then I can write on the back side of it. If it hadn't had that paper studio thing on it, I wouldn't have worried about it. But I should have fixed it when I first made it. So let's see. We can get this on semi-straight. I mean, it doesn't have to be straight, because I'm going to trim around it, and you can still see through. You can still see the paper studio thing through it. I couldn't put it right up to the edge because the comp book paper has a rounded edge. So anyway, so how's your week been? I can't believe it's already been, I don't know, this week has flown by. Yeah, I mean, just flown by. I'm going to put it up there just to cover that. I don't know what that is. It wasn't there just a little while ago. And then if I find anything else I need to add. Oh, I already added her. That's right. So now we have to look for washi again. Yay. Okay, so do we want the peep? No, we just use the peeps right here. Do we just want flowers? No, I have that one right there. Okay, we don't need one that says Happy Easter. How about a mint green one that has eggs on it? Or just like, nope. Nope. How about this pink one that has little bunnies on it? I think that'll work. I think that will work and it won't be too busy. Right here, and I'll get one piece of tape right there, and one piece of tape right there. I mean, you don't have to add washi, you can just use the clear tape, but I mean, if you have the washi, why not use it, right? There. You don't want it to stick over the edge or the won't. Well, I just stuck it over the edge too. Just a little bit. If you stick it over the edge, it won't flip right. But I just stuck it over that edge too. So I'm contradicting myself right and left. It's good enough. There's just a little piece of sticky right there. I can trim it if it bothers me that much. There. Problem solved. So, all right, we have everything on that page. We don't really have time to do another page, but maybe we can go back and work on the night. I was going to do the 22nd because I had other, not exciting stuff, but I actually did stuff that day. This, every time I see this hop paper, it makes me think of IHOP. So eventually I'd like to do a current day and then a back day. Well, I guess that kind of is what I'm doing. I did make the decision to put, I think I'm putting this here. Let me make sure you're in frame. This is that crafty. I think I'm going to glue it down, but I want, I backed this. This was when they were stamping her feet. You remember from my Easter video? They were stamping the baby's feet and making footprint. These cards right here. And I had this handprint paper that when I was going through my sister's paper was the perfect size for that little envelope right there. So I thought that was appropriate, even though it doesn't really match. I thought it was appropriate for that, you know, to write on that. So I don't have to write on the card. I can keep the card intact. So what I was thinking over here is I was going to glue this down. It covers that little section, so I won't glue that. I don't want to glue it to the card. But what I was going to do is make this a flip, and it'll kind of hide the writing. Not that I care that it's hidden, but so I was debating on taping this first, or just gluing that down and then dropping this down and putting, yes. Did I finish the sentence? I was debating on having it right at the top and then having it flip out and then tape it underneath before I glue the thing down, if that made sense. It made sense in my head. I don't know if it made sense to y'all or not, but I want to kind of avoid that area a little bit. Is that the right? Did I avoid the right area? I hope so. I'm gonna have it, I want it all the way to the edge or pretty close. Yeah, I didn't put any glue there. So I did pretty good. Right? No glue there. Okay. Very good, very good. Very good. So we started this page that day and then we didn't end up finishing it. Okay, now I can take my tape. But I backed that with that orange because I had it. It was the right size for this picture. Plus I've got orange from her footprints and from this note card, this Karopi note card. That's going to fold over just a hair, but that doesn't really matter. It's just an envelope. I might go back and trim it because I don't think it's going to stay folded over. What kind of washi do we want for that one? Let me do a clear. I mean, I don't have to have washi. But if I was going to use washi, what would I use? This was the day before Easter. I mean, I could use something like this little green. That almost matches that. I have this orange. It's got a little bit of green in it. It doesn't have anything to do with Easter. I've used a lot of it, apparently. I must like it. Because that sure is kind of cute. But I feel like I need to use my Easter stuff. You know what I mean? But I think I like this. Oh, I only need it to cover where the orange thing is. Right? Not all the way across. Or as we just discussed, it won't flip over. There we go. Use that little piece right there. Went over. It's better to do it under than over. Like a little short. Like that. Well, that's not very short. It's very crooked, but it's not short. Okay, so we got that. That's done. This was a tomato image that Allison had given me in Happy Mail a long time ago. It was the part of a calendar, and I was pulling, let's see, what had I already done? I need to refine my notes for this day. I planted tomatoes and herbs. I cut grass. we worked in the yard all day. And I had, let's see, I tipped that in. That was a picture of my greenhouse and my rose thingy. Oh, I was going to make a pocket right here. I think that's what I was going to do. Why did that bend? I might need to shorten it a little bit. It's just going to be a short pocket. I mean, yeah, it's very short. But I think that I was going to put this here. I don't know what I was going to put on it, but I'm pretty sure I was going to do a pocket. Why not? In the orange. I had this little piece of orange already in my scraps. I mean, because otherwise I have plenty of pattern paper to do, you know, a pocket with, but it goes with this orange, so it kind of ties it all together. And then that will be, I can put that there. I can use this here if I need to. Where do I want the tomato? You know, the tomato could go here, and I just glue it because it matches this orange, and I just don't glue it. Do I like it on this side or this side? I just won't glue the top of it. Oh, this is where I think I had one of the things that said, one of the little to-do lists. I may have had the pink one out for that. And I think I had a little to-do list, and then I had this somewhere. Oh, I cut the grass and planted tomatoes. I cut the whole backyard this time. Yep, I did. This was where we were filling eggs and doing prizes. That might be appropriate there. I could put this here, and then this cutie little patootie. Where does she go? She might have to, I don't know if I need that with the pocket. I have plenty of writing space. So I could put her, they had a little crab boil, if you don't remember me talking about it. They had a little crab boil, and she, they dressed her in as a little handmade outfit, had crabs and corn and whatever else. Not crab, yeah, crawfish. Air crab, I don't know, anyway, and they had this, they found this little hat bandana headband. That's it. This is one of my little favorite spots in the garden. There's my greenhouse, our red barn, and then I have one of my green stalks, and then just this old iron rusty table and chair set. And now I've got mint growing into it. So I could put that on here as well. I probably won't get this page finished, but you'll get the idea. And then I can put this one on here. And I did not... Oh, here's my chicken. Here's my chicken. I think I want the chicken up here. Yeah. And how long we've been going? Okay, long enough. So that will be sufficient. I'll just finish it and cap my glue before I forget. And get this all glued in, and then that way it'll quit falling out of my journal. So yeah, I do like, and I just capped that. I like that tomato right there. Okay, so I'm definitely doing our glitter glue because it's thick. But I planted what was left of our tomatoes. Now let me make sure I didn't glue that to anything. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Okay. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Now I'll glue this to here. My niece came over and stayed. My niece and great niece and great great niece, all three came over, and we did. I'm like, okay, like I needed something else to do. It was probably 9 or 10 o'clock at night at this point, and I was exhausted, but we got a good bit done, and got all the eggs filled and ready to hide, and we got all of the these were divvied out for like candy bags. Like I put slips of paper in the eggs that said either candy or prize. So anyway, those were the candy bags that we were making up for the eggs. That way you don't have to put candy in your eggs, and they actually get more candy that way. I put glue on her head and I did not mean to, so I'm trying to not let me put this underneath there until it dries. I'm trying not to have her head stick to the other page, the other thing. All right, well, this page is done enough. Actually, that's not true. Yeah, I got time to glue the day and date on. At least that'll quit falling off. Oh, I did the chicken first. I probably should have done the carrot. Where'd the carrot go? Yeah, this is very goopy. It's not that hot in my house either. But this purple, oh my goodness, look at the goop on the, I got it all over the front of it. All right, come on, chick. Come on, chick, chick. Here, chick, chick. Here, chick, chick. And then that brings the orange all the way over here. A little busy on that page, but it'll be all right. And I don't have to put that one on there. I can, I've got those two pictures. I've got this picture. Oh, I had this little bunny was laying loose. And I'm going to put her somewhere, but I also need to put something that says that I planted. I mean, I have the tomato on here, but I figure I probably had a clip art that showed like pulling weeds or something like that. So I don't know where the rest of the, oh, this is what I was going to put on there, I think. So, and then this right here. I don't know if I'm going to put this on this one or the one before that, but y'all will think this is funny. You know it's springtime when dirt falls out of your bra at the end of the day. If you're a gardener, you will have just laughed. And I saw that, and sure enough, I come in to take a shower that night, and I said, yep, it was true. You're not done till dirt falls out of your bra. So I'm probably going to put that on this day, the day ahead of it, because that's when I did all the serious weeding. But this, I can't find my scissors. Okay. This one I am going to put on this day. And Sam's we did Thursday. Let's see, this was Saturday, Friday, Thursday. That was Sam's. And then, do I have the dates on those? No. I've been pretty good about doing that, but I did not. Okay, so let me put that one on that day. and then I'll have to go back and look. But both of these probably go on this 18th. I got my first zucchini. I'm ready to pick my first zucchini now. So, yeah. Oh, I just went over an hour, y'all. I did not mean to do that. I am so sorry. Okay, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. I appreciate you being here. I know I have been very long-winded here lately. And for those of you who hang in there with me, I appreciate it. I know some of you can only watch part of it or watch it part now, part later, part whenever. I appreciate whatever, in whatever fashion, the comments, the likes, the likes help out the channel too. So if you like it, don't forget to hit the like. And anyway, so that's about what that page is going to look like. And y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.